Our 93rd Miss America will be selected on Sunday night, live on ABC. And we have assembled an incredible expert panel of judges to select the top 15 who will be turned over to our celebrity panel who will select Miss America from that group of young women on Sunday night. And our celebrity panel will have a much, much easier job than our expert panel, because the expert panel spent a full day and a half in interviews, and they're judging each of the contestants in each of our preliminary nights in swimwear, on-stage question, talent, and evening gown. And I want to introduce them to you now. Oh, there it is. Our first judge, Dr. Shirley Catherine Barrett. As Miss America 1975, Shirley has motivated audiences with her transparent and humorous candor for more than 30 years. After receiving a doctorate degree in education, Dr. Barrett became an author and professional speaker who serves on boards such as MAD and Texas Speedway Children's Charity. Using her life experiences, she motivates, encourages, and edifies her listeners to examine their present and future destinies. Please welcome former Miss America, Dr. Shirley Catherine Barrett. Next judge, Richard Dyorr. Richard is a notable journalist who spent 25 years as a critic with the Boston Globe and is a two-time winner of the Deems-Taylor ASCAP Award. He is currently writing a book celebrating the 50 years of the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition, of which he has been a member of the jury since 2001. Dyorr is a former Briggs Copeland lecturer at Harvard and has also written for many music publications, including the Opera News, High Fidelity Musical American, and The Nation. Please welcome Mr. Richard Dyorr. Stephanie George is the former Executive Vice President of Time Incorporated and the former President of InStyle, Real Simple, Essence, and the Parenting Group. She has served as President for Women's Wear Daily Media Worldwide, as well as Executive Vice President of Fairchild Publications. George serves on the boards of MPA, Burberry, and the Lincoln Center. In 2009, the USO named her Woman of the Year. Please welcome Stephanie George. Oscar James is an Emmy Award-winning celebrity hairstylist who maintains a loyal client list of supermodels and entertainers all over the world. He has styled celebrities such as Tyra Banks, Halle Berry, former Miss America Vanessa Williams, and Beyonce. His work can be seen on the pages of Vogue, Glamour, Essence, InStyle, and Cosmopolitan. Please welcome Oscar James. Carl German is the musical director and conductor of the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, The Lion King, currently celebrating its 15th year on Broadway. Carl served as music supervisor international, London and Australian companies of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, as well as conductor of many other shows on Broadway, including Guys and Dolls, The Will Rogers Follies, and Into the Woods. Please welcome Carl German. Corey Whelan's Lagao is a partner and television literary agent at the William Morris Agency in Endeavor. She represents a broad array of producers, writers, showrunners, and talent in both the scripted and non-scripted space, including creators and producers of Castle, Once Upon a Time on ABC, The Big Bang Theory, and The Mindy Project. Please welcome Corey Whelan's Lagao. Nita Whitaker Lafontaine is a former Miss Louisiana and Hall of Fame Star Search Grand Champion winner, and is an accomplished singer in clubs, arenas, television, and movies. She has been the guest performer at the Freedom Awards honoring Oprah Winfrey, President Bill Clinton, and actress Ruby Dee, and she has sung duets with Josh Groban, Michael Bublé, and Andrea Bocelli. Please welcome Nita Whitaker Lafontaine.
I'm mostly struck by the intensity of their commitment to their platforms, which are not just a trick. It's something they truly believe in and that has arisen from their life experience. I'm also struck by the diversity of the group this time. I mean, I haven't had any direct connection with Miss America ever. But to me, it's thrilling to see so many types of people, different body types, different. I mean, the only thing they have in common is the age range, I think, and the fact that they're caring people. And the most striking thing to me is that while some of them are clearly the product of privilege and really gifted hairstylists and so on, many of them are not. And they have acquired this level of sophistication and poise through their own initiative. And they've also acquired, whether from the church or from their parents or from mentors, a quality of caring that's really admirable.
The way these girls have worked, and work ethic is everything in this life, because as a former teacher and as a former employer of 4,000 people, a lot of young people come in thinking that they deserve to be right at the top at the beginning. And in looking and doing the interviews in the last couple of days, these girls just don't think that way. They have worked their tails off, and they have really studied. And that has very, very much impressed me.
I really try to look for if the girl is really a part of her and a contemporary of her generation. How connected is she within her age group, you know? And is she up on the current issues and what they're really thinking in her mind? And I also look for does she have leadership qualities that can be a catalyst for change with her platform, or how to lead her platform forward? Why will people follow her or listen to her? Does she have the communication skills to really implement her platform when she becomes Miss America? I think it's very important.
We get the books before we come here, and of course come up with a lot of questions based on their resumes and their platforms. But for me, because I think Miss America needs to be well-rounded, I would just kind of listen to the questions the other judges were asking, and once I felt I had a taste of that part of who she was, I would try and throw a question about something completely different, just so I could get a sense of how well-rounded she was as a person.
I wanted to find out how this woman would stay motivated, because they have to go out and speak even when they don't want to. So it was about listening to the other judges, the questions they ask, and maybe asking a different question.
But fundamentally, what you're interested in is not what they think, or do I agree with them, but who they are. And that takes a little bit of gamesmanship when you're doing it. That is my strategy in the interview, is if they had been talking seriously for 10 minutes, then I would ask them a frivolous question to see if they have a sense of humor and what kind of rounded person they are. Again, if it gotten stuck in any one area, I thought my job was to ask them a question that would take them out of that and show another facet of her personality. I also think practicality is an important part of it. It's all very well to say, we ought to end illiteracy. But the question is, how would you do? What could you do? What could Miss America do to improve or address the problem of illiteracy? So there were a lot of practical questions. I mean, it isn't just, what ought to be done. It's what I can do.
I came from a slightly different perspective as a former Miss America. I wanted to discern, not only was she well-rounded, was she well-educated, was she well-informed of what's happening, but I want to know, is this young woman, can she be true to who she is? Because this is going to be, as I say, it's glamorous for the first 2 weeks, and then becomes a job description, Miss America. So can she be true to who she is for the whole year? She's going to be a role model every single day. There's going to be lots of little girls and young women, even adults, who are going to look to her as the exemplary young woman of today. And can she withstand that? And is she worthy of it? Is this someone that I want to be called Miss America? So I came from that perspective.
We have our professional mindset of what we think is what we like. So you know what you like, and you just watch how that connects and plays onto the talent the girls are trying to accomplish, and how they really connect with an audience. So a person who may not have all, that we know as professionals, may not have all the greatest technical skills, are doing their best, connecting with the audience, and becoming very successful in their talent. So that's some of the joys we get to see.
The last thing I'd like to add is there's an element of a performance that makes you feel something, whether it's excited or warm or happy or sad or emotional. I look for that element as well as how that the young lady connects with the audience. I think those are two things that are really key and element. It doesn't have to be technically perfect or proficient. It's really about a connection and how it makes you feel.
As I mentioned before, hiring people my whole life, and especially young women and mentoring them, I'd hire any one of these young ladies. Okay, if anyone knocked on my door and they had this set of criteria, I'd hire them, pure and simple. And when they all speak about the organization itself and what it means to them and what it's done for them, it's unbelievable. This is priceless. That's the only word I could use to explain what this program means. And it's becoming, from my vantage point and so many others, and I hope all of yours in the press, more and more relevant as we go along. It's better than an MBA, in my opinion. It opens doors, so many doors, which are closed to so many these days, and we all know that. This program is a door opener, and who wouldn't want that?
Thanks, Stephanie. Would anyone else like to grab
I
that?
think that Miss America raises the social consciousness of young women of America today. I think that's the element that makes it so different from any other organization. It is a call to service, and these young women, even before they get here, are doing things, making changes in the lives of others through service and volunteerism, which is so important in a nation where we have apathy and people that seem to be unconcerned with things that are going on even locally or nationally. So these young ladies become gleaming examples of what it is to be beautiful and smart and still be in service. And I think that raises the bar for all of us to do more and to be called to be in service to not just our families or those that we love, but to the broader world and those around us.
I think on the resumes, they're so well accomplished, you cannot believe it. They're such achievers. I just kept saying, in my little musical way, they're just superstars. They're all superstars and geniuses to me. They're so well versed. They're so bright. They have the resumes to prove it. So you're just in awe of them when you walk in. So they're just the cream of the crop. Everything that's right about America and their generation today are these girls. You can look on the paper, you can speak to them. They're the real deal. The real deal. I just love it.
We have
These women are all incredibly impressive, and of all the categories, it does feel in many ways like it's so hard to judge because they all look so fantastic and it's so fast. I would agree with Stephanie. For me, it's just about presence. How does she walk? How does she carry herself? How much confidence does she have? Because at the end of the day, their bodies are all fantastic.
Oscar, I'd love to hear from you on this one, being the fashion maven you are.
Yes, I work with a lot of women, a lot of beautiful women with beautiful bodies. And for me, I look for proportion. I like proportion, and I like a woman who's comfortable in her body. And so, Stephanie said, it's about a woman who's comfortable in her body and seeing that she can own the stage and feeling good about herself. And all of them are all in incredible shape. So for me, it's about a person who looks the most confident and proportioned.
Great. Okay, we thank you very much. We hope to see you tonight at the second night of preliminaries for the Miss America competition. And remind everyone you're writing for, reporting for, that we still have parade tickets available in the special grandstand seating. And we look forward to seeing everybody tonight. Yes, we'll get one photo of everyone.